I know you're not part of the defense team. I know you're not part of the House prosecution team. Given your expertise in trying to assess credibility of witnesses, at the same time, weight of evidence, ano po ba tingin niyo siya, yung mga sa sinabi ni Ramil Madrigal, is it enough to establish what we have defined as probable cause?
Yes, alam mo kumpanyero,
Marami bang
the
kilala pa yan?
credibility or lack thereof
Bitin ba?
of Mr. Madriaga has been debated to death. Even in between the very short time that he has testified, last 14 yata yun, ano, if I'm not mistaken. Ngayon ay, ano ba ngayon? 70. It has been debated to death, and I think everyone and his mother has an opinion. May mga nagsasabi, hindi pwede yung siya ay nag-form ng OBP, etc. Hindi na po ako mag-dwell doon kasi I know it would be carrying coals to Newcastle pagka dinibati ko pa or i-discuss ko pa ito. At syempre, to be candid, I will always say that he is not credible dahil I am part of the bias po ako. Bias ako. Although, you can see for yourself the basis or the foundation of my saying that it's not credible. The bottom line is, and ito, kung gusto ni JV, pag-ipag-pustahan tayo ako dyan. It does not matter anymore whether Madriaga is credible or not. That committee is prejudged to finding probable cause. Pustahan tayo 1 milyon. May probable cause yan. Yung 100,000 ko manalo ng 1 milyon. Pupusta ako, itatransmit yan.
Meron. May probable cause.
Hindi dahil may probable cause, dahil prejudged na ng committee. That committee has standing orders from the House leadership. I-transmit nyo yan. Yun lang ang bottom line yan. Huwag na tayo maglukuhan dito kasi i-discuss pa natin yung procedure, yung credibility ng witnesses, kung tama ito, tama ko. Walang tama, walang mali. Ang bottom line dyan, ipapatransmit yan. Kaya kasabi ko, kung may natitira pa silang hiya sa kanilang pagmumuka, ay i-transmit na nila. Of course, they will not do that. Why? There are also understanding orders na i-demolish yung karakter ni Vice President Duterte sa pamamagitan nitong hearings na ito. Kaya nga sabi ni JV, saan ba nila nakuha yung probable cause and they're trying to find probable cause. It's not that kinuha nila yung probable cause. Naghanap sila ng dahilan para magkaroon ng mahabang hearings para sirain si Vice President Sara Duterte because they are doubtful of conviction. I'm not saying ma-acquit ha. Hindi naman ako si Nostradamus, si Madam Auring, namatay na nga yata yun eh. Hindi nga niya nahulaang matatalo siya sa eleksyon, di ba pakabungkot siya yung natalo. Pero sinasabi ko sa inyo ha, mark my words. Ha? Ano JB, 100,000 mo manalo ng 1 milyon, itatransmit sa Senado yan. Oh, ay, yun.
Ano JV? But the thing is,
Tapusin ko lang. Para sa akin, of course, I will always respect the decision, the opinion of these people. While we differ, I'm glad that I am among friends. Na we really agree to disagree. Para sa akin, itatransmit yan. Number one, bakit? Sinabi na ng House leadership na itatransmit. Number two, magkakaroon ng mahabang hearing para sirain si Vice President Duterte. And not because there is probable cause. Okay, then JV will explain why he believes that there is probable cause.
Allow me to explain. Allow me to explain.
Excuse your reaction kasi sinasabi nga dyan, there are standing orders already. According
I
to
do not
Order 40.
know. I do not know if there is a...
Pero ano sa tingin mo?
Ito tingin ko. You know, the Supreme Court has described or defined an impeachment process as primarily legal with political characteristics. Ayan ang definition niya. So we stand by that because the Supreme Court is the one who defines it, what the Constitution is. Pero, I think I will go along with the analysis of former Chief Justice Bulo. See, impeachment was not placed under Article 8 under the judiciary. So hindi binibisa talaga yan technically. It was not placed under Article 6 in the legislative because it is not a legislative work. It was placed under a separate article, Artikulo 11. Article 11, which is far removed from Articles 6 and 8. Okay? And subsequent yan, subsequent Article 11. Now, why is this? Because the Constitution wants to exact accountability from high officials. Ngayon, what is impeachment really all about? According to Chief Justice Puno, you can break down impeachment into two stages yan eh. One is the political stage. That is the exclusive prerogative of the House to initiate. Ang sabi lang naman ng Constitution, exclusive power to initiate. Yan. Now, with a vote of 1/3, there is a provision in Article 3, Paragraph 4, that if there are already 1/3 of House members, kasi diretso na yan eh. There is no need for any finding of probable cause. There is no need for any hearing. Sabi ng Constitution, and it's a plain, simple reading of the Constitutional provision. If there is 1/3, you should bring it immediately. It will form the articles of impeachment. It will be filed in the Senate for the trial forthwith. Now, the trial is now the legal stage.
Let's stop
I just want to add this.
Wait, stop muna natin doon sa legal, sa Senate.
Kasi credibility.
Let's focus on the political muna.
Yeah, okay. Yung political
Yes,
na,
yes,
then we go to the legal.
Let's start
Yung
worrying about-
political. Kaya hindi ako makikipagpustahan kay Panyero Perdi. Kasi, whatever the House wants, kahit na political ang basis nila, you have to respect that. Kasi the Constitution gave them that power eh. Ngayon, alam nyo kasi problema sa atin, our structure of government is Republican. Nakahiwala yung executive, nakahiwala yung legislative. Kaya tayo may impeachment eh. Ginaya natin yung mga Amerikano. In parliamentary countries, there's no such thing as impeachment. Why? Kasi, vote of no confidence, tanggal sila. Tanggal yung Prime Minister, tanggal yung executive. And what is a vote of no confidence? Hindi ba political yan? So, why did the Constitution give the power to initiate impeachment to a purely political body? Elected yan eh. These are representatives of the sovereign people. Kaya hindi pwedeng pakialaman dapat na mga unelected high officials like the Supreme Court, yung prerogative na yan, that it should be respected. So, with all respect to my dear friend and kakosa, Father Robert, kasi baka may tingin kayo sa double standard, bakit dinismiss naman si Marcos? Bakit itong kay Sara yung tuloy-tuloy nagpo-finding ng probable cause? Well, it's a very technical thing. The first stage in the process of the House is the determination of sufficiency in form and substance. Yun muna eh. Actually, yung sufficiency in form and substance, sa special proceedings yan eh. So, alam mo yung ginawa ng House, kinukuha nila yung different concepts from special proceedings, from criminal law, pinagtagpi-tagpi nila. Ngayon, kay Marcos kasi, they did not find sufficiency in form and substance. Now, that has to be respected. You know why? Kasi to me, let's not be hypocritical. The Congress will act on its own political imperatives. The congressmen, I mean, will act on its own political imperatives. Kung gusto nila i-impeach siya, and they want to initiate it, sabi lang ng Supreme Court, wala nang grave abuse. They can abuse. Congress can abuse. The House can abuse.
So in other words, Tony J, are you saying that during the impeachment complaint laban kay President Marcos, nagkaroon ng abuse of discretion dahil
No.
they belong to the same ruling
Not
party?
necessarily. What I'm saying is, if that is their decision, whether or not it is a partisan or political decision, it does not matter. They did not violate anything. Ngayon, yung kay Sara, nakasurpass kasi yung first stage eh. Yung sufficiency in form and substance. And therefore, it must now be referred to the plenary and it must be referred to the Committee on Justice for hearing.
I'll cut you short. Pero requirement ba talaga yung clarification hearing? Kasi sinasabi nga ni Attorney Ferdy kanina, it's not required, nor it is prohibited, pero ang sabi nga niya, demolition to.
Ito ang problema. Ito ang problema, Manero. Medyo tama rin naman yung... I hate to agree with the attorney Pasio dahil I always disagree with whatever he is saying. But in this case, parang tama rin yung sinasabi natin. Ang problema kasi doon sa ginawa ng Korte Suprema, katakot-takot ang binigay ng rules when they are done in the Constitution. Dito sa House, pinakialaman nila kung paano tumakbo yung initiation ng impeachment. Ngayon, ang House naman, napakahirap naman ipagtanggol. Kasi puno-puno yan ng mga magnanakaw. Puno-puno yan ng mga kurakot. How can you defend the House of Representatives? Eh, tuwang-tuwa sila eh. In a manner of speaking, eto, nakaka-contribute to those of course ni Attorney Ferdy, pero what can I do? Yun yung natingin ko. The Supreme Court gave them a gift. Eh kasi, yung mga yan, these are clowns. And they want a circus. They always want a circus. With the live camera, no? Yung taga-Bicol sa rock, ganyan, tuwan-tuwa siya, ganyan. Akala mo, dami-dami ka lang, di ba? Paliwanag. Pero, yan, ang nangyayari
We'll
doon,
invite him. We'll invite him next time.
invite him in.
Sige.
Invite him in. Ang tingin ko, he's defending Saldi ko eh. Anyway, yun ang problema. Now, they have been given a chance, and this is not their own fault. Sabi ng Supreme Court eh, i-hearing nyo yan. Bigyan nyo ng pagkakataon. Si Sara Duterte, hindi naman doon sinabi si Sara, responded, para dumipensa na siya agad. Yun ang sinabi ng Supreme Court. When there was none, wala naman ganun requirement before eh. Kaya, the Supreme Court gives them these, crooked lawmakers
Aray ko po.
the gift of conducting themselves into a circus. Kaya ayan, that's what you're getting.
Okay. Father
Hindi
Robert.
naman sa amin ganda
Maganda sinabi na meron daw clowns, merong circus. What's your reaction, Father Robert? Kasi remember, we are following a constitutional process. Now, for people, JB, Sir D, I agree. Pero I have another term for them. Political opportunists.
That's
Ito totoo kasi the 218 or so congressmen and women are there for the country or for themselves. That's up to you to decide. But for me, after having done so many causes against corruption, abuse of authority, etc., where politicians are involved, I still have to see, and there are a few who are there not for themselves. And I don't want to name names. Kaya, yung sinabi ni JB kanina, the Supreme Court on the impeachment said that it's primarily a legal action with political implications or consequences.
Supreme Court.
Oh, sabi ng Supreme Court, baliktad eh. It is more political than legal. So, I defer to disagree. Supreme Court. Why? Most of you in the Supreme Court are political appointees.
Yes.
So, what is that? Except for Lionel, who was not appointed there by Duterte.
Yeah, but he was politically appointed.
Yes, so therefore, by the nature of your appointment, you are not there out of legal consideration. You are there for political considerations by the appointing power. Diba? Having said that, ano masasabi ko sa impeachment? Impeachment is a political. Primarily political. Tingnan niyo nangyari ito sa first impeachment last year. Tinaspeech sa Senado, pagdating sa Senado, binalik ni Chis Escudero sa House at mabilis na nag-respond ang Supreme Court, it's unconstitutional. Ang bilis. Nag-usap pa sila.
Wala nang tingin niya.
But tatanong ko, nag-usap pa sila? Was that coordinated? It is. Whether I saw it or not, nag-usap kung sino man ang kausap ni Chis sa Supreme Court, at si Chis. At kung sino man yung kausap nila sa ibaba, nag-usap yung tatlo. Kaya, ano itong separation of powers?
Of course, I don't have any evidence. Did not see anybody talking in some secluded, hidden place, but people conclude, parang coordinated. So, ano yung masasabi ng taong simbahan? Bakit nyo pinaglalaroan ng taong bayan? Yun lang. Ako, sa hulihan, was Bongbong Marcos better than Duterte? Ang sinasabi naman Duterte is better than Bongbong Marcos, kaya ibalik si Duterte in the person of Sara. Is that a legal or a political statement? Is that a morally, spiritually, social scientifically justifiable claim? I think if you analyze that from the moral, cultural, spiritual stand, you can say, I will maintain what I said. Because of the consequence of 6 years of the father, nawala na yung rule of law. Nawala na respect sa human rights. Kaya where are we now? Nung panahon na yun, if I may say, I was parish priest of Pinyahan. Hindi ko matanggap na kung kailan COVID-19, 12 sa aking mga parokyano, pinatay ng mga pulis galing sa Station 10. At bakit? Nakita ko ba mga pulis sa Station 10? Ang nagsasabi yung mga taga-NIA, mga taga-Station 10 po. So, what was that? Policemen killing ordinary citizens and putting cardboards in laban when there was no weapon, there was no struggle. Basta lalagay mo yung... So, sa akin, the political and the legal parang obfuscates, puts a smoke screen on something more essential, the moral and the spiritual.
Wow! And with that, I think we need to address some questions from media. So, alam niyo po, kung tatlong kasama ko rito, magsama kami, I think 3 hours will not be enough. Just discussing and disagreeing to agree, or agreeing to disagree. So, let me open